What skills should I learn for me to be able to get an online job? What are the skills that are in high demand for this year? In which fields, in which areas do we see the most opportunities for growth and therefore for earning an income? In this video, I'm going to break down to you the 10 most in-demand skills that you probably need to have at least one or two out of that list for you to be able to land an online job. Now, rest assured, when you are looking for an online job, there are different ways of going about it, but the first step is always going to be to identify the skills that you have or the skills that you are willing to learn, because you are not going to get hired online unless you have something to offer. Let's look at the list of the 10 in-demand skills together. In no particular orders, I'm going to give you the 10 in-demand skills when it comes to working online for this year. Number one, customer service. Customer service is always going to be a field that is always going to be in demand. You know why? Because there are always going to be businesses out there and they are always going to need people to help them take care of their customers and help generate income by providing for the people who are actually purchasing. So customer service is always going to be an in-demand skill. It has always been in demand and it will always be in demand. For as long as humans are alive, we are always going to need customer service agents. A lot of companies right now are transitioning or have transitioned to remote work or to an online model for delivery for their services, which means that they are looking for online customer service agents. It doesn't matter what field you are in, whether you are in the health and beauty industry, in the content creation industry, in the business industry, finance industry, tech industry. Companies are looking for customer service agents who are savvy and knowledgeable in their field. So if that is a skill that you have, you definitely should consider transitioning or applying for an online job. The next skill that is in demand in terms of working online is graphic design. Now, because we are transitioning to everything online now, the world is turning more towards a visually stimulated world. Pictures, videos, photos, graphics are really the things that are captivating attention for people nowadays. Before you buy something, you need to make sure that it has a beautiful visuals attached to it. Online shops and online store owners are focusing a lot on the graphics, a lot on the visuals for them to boost sales. And there is no surprise, that graphic design is one of the in-demand skills for this year. So if you are good at using different graphic design apps, or if you know how to design, flyers, you design marketing materials and so forth, this is going to be a good skill for you to tap into. But even if you don't have experience in graphic design, but you are good with your hands in terms of like creating art and so forth, then graphic design can still be a skill that you decide to learn, because if you're already an arty person, you are used to working with your hands, it could be paints, brushes, or anything else that requires creative designing skills, then learning graphic design will be a good move for you, because then that way you'll be able to combine the skills that you already have with in-demand online skills and position yourself like the expert that you are or meant to be for you to land an online job. The next in-demand skill when it comes to working online for this year is virtual assistants. Now, when you look up online jobs, for people in the Caribbean or in Asia or in Africa or wherever you are going to see a lot of job options, and virtual assistant is going to be one of these categories. Now, what exactly is a virtual assistant? A virtual assistant is somebody who assists a business, but virtually, It's almost like you're having somebody helping you with specific tasks of your business on site, but in this case, it's virtual. Now, as a virtual assistant, you can decide to subspecialize in different fields. You can either be a general virtual assistant, which means that you help the business with different little tasks that they have to do on a daily basis, or you can be a specialized virtual assistant, which means that you focus on a specific aspect of the business. For example, you can be an administrative virtual assistant, which means that your task is going to be mostly focused on admin work, like letter writing, emailing, answering the phone, ordering products and so forth. You could be a social media virtual assistant, which means that your tasks are going to be specifically focused on social media work. You could be a content creation or a marketing virtual assistant, where you are primarily going to be in charge of marketing. It could be through social media, it could be through email campaigns, it could be through creating ads and so forth. You can even be a graphic design virtual assistant. You can be any specific type of virtual assistant that you want to be if you decide to specialize. But The bottom line is the field is broad. You can do a general virtual assistant position, or you can decide to subspecialize in the field. Either way, there are online job opportunities in that field. Coupled with virtual assistants, there is also the job category, which is administrative assistant. Now, compared to a virtual assistant, an admin assistant, simply put, is somebody who focuses specifically on the administrative field of the work. So for people who went to get a bachelor degree in business administration, or even at the college level, an associate degree in business administration, these kind of jobs will be useful for you. And it will also fall within your specific skill scope, okay? So if you have a degree in administrative assistance, or if you have worked even in the field of administrative assistance, including being a receptionist or a secretary, then working online as an administrative assistant can actually be a good and profitable way for you to earn online. Another in-demand skill when it comes to working online for this year is content writing. Now, what do we call content? Content is basically anything that is produced out there with the goal of sending a message, entertaining, inspiring, and so forth. Now, when I talk about content writing, I mean specifically article writing. Although there are different subcategories of articles that you can write, you know, in general, the field of article writing is in demand, and here is why. A lot of business owners are transitioning to online models of doing their business, and as a result, they are creating websites, they are creating social media pages, they are creating email lists, and so forth. So if you are somebody who knows how to write content, how to write in general, or who even wants to learn in that field, then diving deeper into content writing is something that's going to be a smart move for you. You can decide to write content only for articles for websites. You can decide to also write content for social media pages, and bear in mind that pages like Instagram, social media platforms like Instagram have a different way of delivering content compared to Facebook, compared to LinkedIn, compared to, you know, different other platforms. So it's a good field for you to explore if you are, you know, that kind of person that you like to write and so forth. If you just want to do standard article writing, that is also possible. A lot of people already have established websites or are building their websites, and as such, you know, are looking for people to write articles for them to be able to promote the things that they are doing on their website. All right, we are doing well, we are learning. While we are going through this list, and before we actually proceed, make sure that you subscribe to this channel to be notified the next time I post these types of educational videos. Remember, I'm posting these videos pretty frequently, and you really don't want to miss out on any information that is shared on this channel, because I am confident that it's going to help you take the right steps for you to be able to land your next online job. The next online job skill in demand for this year is photography/videography. When I talk about photography/videography, it means that it means you can work as a photographer, a videographer, or a photo editor, or a video editor. All right. Now, for the same reason that I've mentioned before, where, you know, all businesses are not all, but most businesses are transitioning to an online model of delivery of services. You know, you need a lot of beautiful graphics. We need that kind of content to really create websites, to really optimize social media pages, and to really be able to communicate and convey with different customers and convey information, to different customers. So it's really important to have beautiful graphics. And if you are somebody who is passionate with photography, who has an eye for videographers, who knows how to create that kind of content, then that niche, that market, that skill set is really, really important, and it can actually help you, you know, in terms of boosting your online income, because it is in high demand. And predictions actually show that the need for photographers and videographers, especially those who are well versed in online editing tools, is going to continuously increase, because the world is progressively moving towards this kind of model and system. Okay. Next skill that is in high demand when it comes to working online is social media marketing. I have said it before already in this video and on this channel. Social media continues to bloom when it comes to working online, when it comes to the world even in general. A lot of people are spending time on social media. Businesses are using social media to reach more customers. Content creators, everybody, well, not everybody, but almost everybody is on social media, and you can even see new social media platforms are being created over and over again, and predictions show that it's only going to continue to grow. It's only going to continue to happen that way. So if you love spending time on social media, why don't you just make a career out of it? Or why don't you just use it as a hobby for you to make more money online? Seriously, why not? If you know how to post on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Pinterest, in fact, even if you don't know how to do those things, but you kind of like spend time on those platforms a lot, it shows that you actually enjoy being on these platforms. So you can easily learn how to, use Facebook as a business, or how to use Instagram for businesses, how to use Pinterest, TikTok, and those things for businesses. When you capitalize on what you like and you decide to build on it, it makes you a stronger candidate. Better yet, a powerhouse when it comes to working online, because you will be essentially working in a field that you already enjoy, in a field that you already like spending time in. So really, honestly, it's basically like making money doing what you love. So if you love social media, if you spend a lot of time on social media, and if you know how to use social media, regardless of the platform, then this could be a very, very profitable niche for you. Let's not forget one of the core online skills that is always in demand. It's been in demand for the past years now, and it's also going to continue being in demand, and that is website building. Again, for the same reason, people are going online, people are building websites, people are creating websites, people want to reach larger audiences, people want to get out there. It doesn't matter, what the reason is. A lot more websites are being built nowadays, and it's going to continue going that way. In fact, if you look at the trends of different website hosting, you will see that there are a lot more platforms online that are now offering website hosting. There are a lot more websites or companies that are developing different templates for websites. Before, we only used to have WordPress, but now you have options like WordPress, you have options like Wix, Squarespace, and so many others that I don't even know. All this to say that if you love creating websites, or if you have an eye for this kind of technical work, then you really should consider diving deeper into the IT side of things and learn how to create websites, or better yet, how to maintain websites, because websites are going to continuously be built, and it's better if they are done with you, or if you are in that wave. So website building, coding are going to be skills that continuously grow, and if you are interested in those kind of skills, then rest assured it's very profitable and very marketable online. The next online skill that you need to have for you to be able to land a job this year is translation. People from around the world are getting online. Businesses want to reach more people in different countries. Businesses want to expand. Businesses want to grow. So as a result, they want to communicate in languages in which their target audience will be communicating. Languages like English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Igbo, Creole, Haitian Creole, Jamaican Creole, Swahili, Afrikaans. I have seen it all. I have seen companies looking for translators into like a different language that I didn't even know. I have seen companies looking for translators in for dialects, specifically things like Igbo or Yoruba or Swahili and different other even traditional African languages. That's just to tell you that the online work marketplace is expanding, and even within the Caribbean, I have seen some of my students have landed jobs as Haitian translators. Some of my students have landed jobs as St. Lucian Creole translators and different types of other Caribbean Creoles. I'm telling you, these fields are expanding. So if there is a separate language, a different language that you know outside of English, then look into working as a translator from English to that specific language. Now, you might not feel 100% confident in your skill, but you have to start somewhere. You have to start doing the work or putting in the work and basically start somewhere. Have you done it before? If not, can you provide some samples? Can you do some work for free that you can use for your testimonials or for your portfolios? What can you do to really put yourself out there? The question lies within you, but I'm here to tell you that if you know another language, now is the time for you to get online, because people are looking for you. The last skill that we are going to talk about when it comes to landing an online job or skill in demand is data entry. Now, interestingly, actually I put this skill at the end on purpose. I told you it was in no particular order. I mean, all the other skills I was just kind of like talking about them, but data entry I specifically wanted to cover it at the end for one reason. When people come to me and they say that they want to land an online job, usually they are thinking about data entry, they are thinking about transcription and all those things. And the reason is because for years, and for decades, data entry has been the #1 skill for people who were looking for online jobs, the #1 thing that people were going for. I would see people with university degrees, high-level university degrees, looking for data entry jobs. Now, I'm not saying this to mock anyone or to talk down on the skill of data entry, because it is a very important skill. It is a very marketable and very profitable skill. But I'm just saying that if you have additional skills that you can also leverage that are within your field of experience, within your field of education, then you should go for those skills. You shouldn't just say, okay, let me go for data entry because that's what's available, because it's not true. Data entry is available, yes, but there are many other job opportunities that are available for all the other wide varieties of skills that are out there. So let's get back to data entry. Data entry is always going to be an in-demand skill, at least until they really get machines to do all the data entry. And even then, if they get machines to do data entry, then they're going to need people to maintain those machines, right? All right, so if you are someone who does data entry already wherever you work, it could be as a secretary, it could be as a student intern somewhere, wherever you are, if you do data entry in whatever field, then you can also do it online. It's all a matter of showing that you have experience in the field, and you also have some of the soft skills that you need to succeed in the field of data entry. Things like speed, typing speed, accuracy, meticulousness, attention to details, and so forth. All right, so this gives us a wrap up of the 10 online skills that are in high demand if you want to land an online job this year. Now, even if you feel like, I already have skills, or if you feel like you actually don't have skills, you can still learn these skills on different online platforms. It's free. At the bottom of this video, I'm going to include a link to the website that I recommend if you want to learn free skills. The last thing I want to talk to you about is a new product that I launched, which is the Remote Work Starter Pack. And let me tell you a little bit about it. You will identify the skills that you have, you will recognize what you can do online, but the next step for you will be to actually find those jobs. Where can you find them, right? Next step, find those jobs, then apply for those jobs, then negotiate contracts, then prepare yourself for an interview and deliver. In the Remote Work Starter Pack, I have condensed all the knowledge that I have learned over the past few years and what I have taught to my students into a bite-sized, smaller resource, but yet effective resource that can help you also land your next online job yourself. The Remote Work Starter Pack is a do-it-yourself kind of thing. I mean, we've already done the job for you by creating the resource, by providing you templates, by providing you, different things that you can use for you to really be able to land your online job. We have videos about how you can prepare for interviews. We have videos about how you can even identify the skills that you have. We have videos about how to search for jobs in your specific skills categories. And we have so many templates that you can use when it gets time for you to put yourself out there. Make sure you grab your Remote Work Starter Pack today, because I am confident that it's going to help you take the next step for you to be able to land your online job. For more information about how you can get your Remote Work Starter Pack, make sure you check the link at the bottom of this video. Click on that link and go get your starter pack for yourself. You will thank me later. Take care and have a great day. See you on the next video.